I'm Ekaterina Skliar, and I'm very excited to do this interview for the Mandolin World. So I'm a musician and I play the mandolin. I also play the domra, which is a Russian folk string instrument. I live in Philadelphia in the United States. I moved here about 3 years ago from Russia, and today I just want to share with you a bit about myself, my musical background, maybe play a little bit and answer the questions that Fabio from the Mandolin World forwarded to me. So I'm very excited to do this. So I started music lessons when I was 6, but my first instrument wasn't the mandolin, it was the guitar. And a few years later, at the age of 9, I moved to study in domra. And because domra is a Russian folk instrument, you can study this instrument and other folk instruments such as balalaika, button accordion in music schools in Russia. And later, when I was a teenager, I made the decision to be a professional musician and went to study in music college. And that's when I discovered a lot of new music, a lot of new composers, and also new instruments for myself. And one of those instruments was the mandolin. And it seemed like a very natural thing to play the mandolin too, because they are so similar with domra. So ever since that, I really love the instrument, the music that you can play, and still doing it. I'm basically a concert mandolinist and dombrist, and for me, it's a big honor to bring these instruments to classical music stage and to bring it to as many audiences as I can, because some people don't know a lot about these instruments, some people don't know them at all, and we have so much amazing music written for the mandolin. So it's such a pleasure for me to help people discover this music. And I play solo. I also play in different projects and ensembles. One of my main ensembles is the duo with my husband, who is an amazing domra player. And we do a lot of fun stuff. We arrange so many compositions that we love. It's quite an unusual setting to have a mandolin domra duo, but we really enjoy doing it. And of course, I play with the guitar and piano. Recently, this year, I had a chance to play with the trombone. That was really fun, and I'm really looking forward to continue exploring this combination. And another part of my activity is teaching, because I offer private lessons in my home studio in Philadelphia, and I also do online lessons. And it also brings me a lot of joy to help people learn playing the mandolin. It's a very rewarding activity to do. It's really hard to just pick one name, one mandolin player in terms of a big influence, because right now we have so many great performers, and in every country, in every genre and every style, so many exciting things are happening for the instrument, that I always say that it's such an exciting time to play the mandolin, to be a mandolinist. But one of the biggest influences for me is Hamilton de Alanda, and I remember I discovered him and his music probably when I was around 16 in music college. He made such a big impression on me, and it's still one of my favorite performers. My favorite CD. One more time, really hard to pick one, but it probably would be Sambo de Aviao. I might be saying it wrong, but that would be the one. I really enjoy playing a lot of different music. For each concert, the program depends on who I'm playing with. Is it a solo recital, or am I playing with some other instruments? Of course, classical music and Bach is always something that I keep in my fingers, because it's amazing to play it, and it's always a great addition to any program. And I also love presenting Russian music and Russian composers. Nowadays we have so many exciting composers writing for the mandolin and for the domra, so it's such an honor for me to play new works that are being written, as well as music that's been around for a few years, maybe 50 years or 60 years, but was never played in the United States. So I really enjoy bringing this music on stage. One of the pieces that I find myself playing really often is Asturias by Isaac Albeniz. It's just such a bright, beautiful piece. I also love music by Victor Calafidis, who is based in New York and who's done so many great works for the mandolin. So if you don't know about him or don't play his music, definitely should check him out. So Russian music, classical music, a little bit of jazz, little bit of bluegrass. I have a few projects happening at the moment. Of course, I play solo. I have this great duo with Alexei, who is my husband and a domra player, and we are actually working on a new piece that he wrote that it's pretty crazy for me because it includes the domra, mandolin, and the loop station. So I need to practice a lot, especially with the metronome, because we've done it a few years ago with another composition that he wrote, but still it requires so much concentration that I'm pretty much working on that piece a lot in my everyday practice routine. I also have this duo with an amazing pianist and harpsichordist Anna Kislitsina, who is also Russian but lives in Philadelphia. And also, since the last year, I'm a part of a wonderful organization called Astral Artists, and this organization supports young classical musicians in the United States, and I'm so lucky to be a part of it. And actually, I'm at the moment the only mandolin and domra player there. And one of the greatest parts of working with Astral is that I get to play with so many wonderful musicians. So I already got a chance to work with a trombone player and with a guitar player, and I have so many other collaborations coming. But these projects always bring me something new music, and I'm really excited to keep doing it. And I would like to thank Fabio Gallucci and the Mandolin World for inviting me to do this interview, and also just for having this amazing resource, this group, because it's always so interesting for me to see and to hear and follow what people are doing, what the mandolin community is doing around the world. There are so many great things happening every day. So thank you, and keep doing it. If you want to follow me, you can subscribe to my mailing list on the website, and you can always follow my social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find more about it in the description of this video, and I would be happy to see you at one of my concerts as soon as we will be back to normal. And I hope that you're staying well, you're staying healthy, enjoy this time with your family, play more music, practice, and bye!